Hello, this is Deborah Matthews, Vicar of Revd. The beginning of January is when we think about what we would like to achieve in the coming year. But New Year's resolutions can be quite stressful, especially if we decide that we are going to give up something or take something on. On these occasions, we usually find that by the end of January, we have already failed, which isn't a very positive start to the new year. We tend to set ourselves up to fall when we come up with our wonderful intentions. And I think that it is important for us to look at our resolutions in the cold light of day, rather than after sharing a nice bottle of wine and eating chocolates sitting by a cosy fire in December. I know that I will have more energy and resolve then, as opposed to the beginning of January when I'm faced up with all my limitations. I often question my expectations of giving things up in January when I struggle to do it the rest of the year. Or I question how it is in January that I will suddenly find the time to do all of those things that I've been meaning to do for the last 12 months. It is, of course, sometimes good to make changes in life for the better, and we can't keep on putting that off for another day or another month. But maybe we need to be a bit more realistic about what we can achieve without stressing ourselves out or ending up feeling miserable. I think that small steps rather than grand gestures is the way for me to go. We certainly don't want to start the year off by feeling bad about our failed New Year plans. It's good to pray about or to reflect upon our lives. There are, of course, always things that we can do to help us to live well and to become better people. And so the new year should be a time of renewal to help us to feel positive about ourselves without letting our plans become a burden for us. For me, the new year is one of those times when I review the past year and realise that I have not been travelling alone. Then I am reminded that when I trust in God, the burdens of all the unnecessary things that take up my energy are lifted up from me. This doesn't mean that life suddenly gets easier, but it does mean that I feel cared for and less disappointed when things don't go my way on the journey. We often talk about our lives in terms of a journey, and the word journey is perhaps overused, but it does describe our beginnings and endings and takes in all of the ups and downs which we encounter along the way. This Sunday in church, we are celebrating the journey of the Magi, who travelled from the east in search of the new king. The 3 priestly sages, or wise men, were experts in astrology and the interpretation of dreams, and they came to worship and bring gifts to the new king. We don't hear about all the stresses and strains that they encountered upon the way, but we can only imagine how difficult those 1,500 miles or so would have been, especially travelling on camels. We call this day the Epiphany, as all the hopes and expectations of the past are manifest in Jesus. The Epiphany is celebrated on the nearest Sunday to the 6th of January. And of course, that is typically the day when we take down our Christmas decorations. So the kings are latecomers to the Christmas crib. But their journey and their gifts are very much part of the nativity story. Throughout their journey, the Magi are guided by God. First the star, and then the texts from the scriptures lead them to Jesus. And we can be encouraged by their persistence and obedience. If we trust that God will be with us through the ups and downs of the year, we do not need to let life get us down. God wants the best for us, but he never asks the impossible of us. That's one of the mistakes that we can make, and one of the pressures that we put upon ourselves. Well, may your beginnings of 2024 be with thanks for the year just gone, and with renewed hope and expectation for everything that is to come. Happy New Year, and be gentle with yourself and put your trust in God. God bless you.